Hi D1, welcome to another video. In today's video, we are going to review point of view. So SWABOT students will be able to explain their own point of view, as well as explain how it is different from the narrator or author's point of view. So you are not only going to be able to tell me what your personal point of view is, but you're also going to be able to tell me how it differs from the narrator's or the author's point of view. So what is point of view? What are we talking about here? Point of view, another word for it is perspective. You've probably heard someone use that word before, perspective. And so basically we're looking at the attitude that an author, a character, or the reader has for something. Example, a person or maybe a conflict, a problem in the story, maybe another character. And so we're really just looking at the feelings that the author, the character, or you guys as the reader has towards someone or something. And it's usually determined by life experiences, meaning something in your life kind of helps you make that determination or helps you come to that feeling or conclusion about someone or something. So we have different types of point of view. We have our first point of view we're going to talk about is first person. So in first person, the narrator is a character. So the person telling you the story is a character inside the story. The speaker tells the story from their own point of view. And we know it's their own point of view because they use words I, me, and we. So while they're talking about something that's happening in the story, they're saying, I feel blah, 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 blah. Well, what about me? We should go to the store together. So they're going to be using those words during the story. That's how you know it's being told from a first person point of view. And then name is said by another character. That's always a good hint as well. And so here we have an example. It's an excerpt from Al Moon by Jane Yolen. Our feet crunched over the crisp snow, and little gray footprints followed us. Pa made a long shadow, but mine was short and round. I had to run after him every now and then to keep up, and my short, round shadow bumped after me. So we know this is being told from first person because we see her use words like our, us, bumped after me, I had to run after him. And so those pronouns that she's using, I, our, we, me, us, those are going to be examples of a first person. Then we have third person. Third person is when the narrator is not involved in the story. So they're not a part of the actual story. They're kind of an outsider looking in. And so the speaker tells the story, including the thinking, so what's going on in the characters' brains, and the actions of all the characters. So not just one character, like in first person. In third person, we're getting the view and thoughts of all characters. And we'll typically see them using words like he, she, them, and it. So here we have another example. It's an excerpt from The Great Kapok Tree by Lynn Cherry. A boa constrictor lives in the kapok tree. He slithered down its trunk to where the man was sleeping. He looked at the gash the axe had made in the tree. The huge snake slid very close to the man and hissed in his ear, Señor, this tree is a tree of miracles. It is my home, where generations of my ancestors have lived. Do not chop it down. And so we can see in this example that it is being told from a third person point of view because we see the pronouns he slithered, he looked at the gash, there was a man, and the snake hissed in his ear. And we see the quote or the dialogue coming from the snake. And so that is going to be our example of third person. And so finally, to kind of wrap things up, these are some questions to ask while reading to kind of help you not only be able to explain your own point of view, but also to see how your point of view might be different from the author's or the character or the narrator in the story. So what is the narrator's, character's, or author's point of view? So based on the topic that they're talking about, how are they feeling towards it? Are they trying to convince me that it's good? Is it bad? What is their point of view? Do I agree with the way the character, narrator, or author is thinking? What is my point of view or perspective? And how is my thinking the same or different from the characters, narrators, or authors? And so these are going to be the questions that I'm expecting you to ask yourself while we are doing our point of view assignment. So just keep that in mind. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, D1.